and the audience, like,
I
wow, the
know.
entire thing was crashing down. Like, people were screaming that
The promotions and creative director of the long story, short story,
me,
social media. Yes,
like that. Unfortunately, YouTube policy is not like, yes, yes, I can tell you that it's I'm allowed to say that.
yeah.
Devon is good trickster, right?
And I don't even know if he has teeth.
Trash talk is the must-do thing.
I was 97 kilos, right? And now I'm pulling under 70. Guys, let's just give a very warm welcome to Roman,
Hello, guys.
also
Hey,
known as,
everybody.
also known as SG Records, all, well, worldwide recognized as one of the interpreters, let's just say. I mean, you are most known as an interpreter or translator in the East versus West, but the truth is that looking at the diagram of the organization, or well, better say the website, we can see you a
Mhm.
picture there. And actually, I will show it. I will have a quick share so everybody can see what I'm talking about, buddy. So
Yes.
guys, if you go into the East vs West website and just clicking about, you will find the profile and the information about Roman being the promotions and creative director of the East vs West.
Mhm. That's me
So
right there. Yeah, I'm usually looking that way because that's the display where I see what you are sharing also, and you. So that's I'm gonna look that direction quite often, but I think it's all good.
that's totally fine. Actually, we started a little bit with a kind of a rush because both of us, well, me, I'm late on the meeting, which is not very serious. So sorry for that, buddy. But
Yeah, it's
well,
all good.
that's the main reason. Aside that, you're a very nice guy that you're here. I mean, you are part of the organization, and yes, I mean you're not an athlete, but you are there, and 100% that you have nice stories and a good story to tell in the end. So, oh, I think I've lost
Ah,
you.
thank
Hello?
you, thank you. That was awesome introduction. Like you nailed it. Basically, it's great that you show also that official page that we have at East vs Arm Wrestling website. Yeah, that's my official, like, so to say, position that I have in the amongst the staff members. But other than that, what's also I can do and I usually have been doing is, like you said, I'm kind of trying to be the ambassador type of thing, so that I will be like bridge connection between athletes and organization itself. And usually it's Georgian one, so I do translations and I do also connections behind the scenes all this time. So it's not like many people can see what I do, but hopefully people like you yourself, Daniel, and awesome arm wrestling community members like yourself are sharing me this opportunity to be at your stage, at your platform, and give some behind the scenes what's going on in the organization. I cannot say too much, obviously, but I know what I can say, and I will say some exclusive stuffs as well.
I'm going to definitely pinch you a little bit because we want information. And sorry, my friend, because I've lost you for a couple of seconds at the beginning. Not sure if it was recorded, but I think I got you very well. So that's I'm not sure if you saw me like doing this, like, hey, I've lost you, but that's totally fine. So
So that's actually great for the like naturality. This is what I like, right?
yeah,
Like keep it cool, keep it 100, and yeah,
well,
we don't like to fake stuff. So yeah, it's all good.
absolutely, my friend, absolutely. Only just the fake stuff is only for going for Instagram when you are in the gym, you're a pump, you have the good lighting and a little bit of Photoshop, and you're so up before up there. That's the main reason. But joke
Yeah, yeah.
aside, joke aside, Roman. Before we crack on with the interview, I mean, guys, because as I mentioned earlier on, we are in the habit of always. I mean, that's more than normal to have just always in the bullseye the big athletes or the main guy, which is the Engin Terzi as the creator and the boss of the Ibisus West. It's true that I also had in the podcast Anna Gronlu, which is the coordinator of the Ibisus West. But as mentioned, guys like this also deserve having kind of a voice, because yes, you have a lot of anecdotes, and that's what we're going to start with, my friend. The first question is going to be very easy, and we're going to take it easy. So, how could you please explain me a little bit? What's your age and what is your professional background?
Yeah, sure. I'm 29 years old right now. Professional, my profession is, my background is medicine. I finished my medicine university, 6 years of study back in my country, Georgia, which most of you guys know already. I'm Georgian. But currently I live in Germany. That's because of my also
Oh,
my profession. I needed to advance and do some, get some new experience and stuff like everybody should do or may do.
yeah.
So currently, like my profession is I'm in medicine. However, I got myself tight connections with arm wrestling already for like years, maybe 3, 4 years that I'm actually involved in it. But obviously, I follow arm wrestling longer than that. So yeah, that's my profession, which kept me kind of away. I would not say away, but with it's like when you have your profession and your job outside of arm wrestling, obviously you cannot do 100% in arm wrestling, right?
Yes.
So that's what I wanted to say. Um, if you live here, you have to work, you have to study, and you have to pursue your career goals as well, which is kind of 50-50 for me. Like I want to involve arm wrestling as much as I can, but I also have to finish up my career. So it's quite a journey. So to say, I'm proud of it. Thank you
I
for asking.
My pleasure, man. I'm on the same boat as you, man. I have my professional goals and everything, and I have to. I'm actually studying as well, web design and everything around it. Very fascinating world, very, very fascinating world. But yeah, I mean, working, studying, training, trying to improve in everything you do, it takes time, and that's very curious now that you point out that you've been studying medicine. So I would suppose that to become a doctor, as you say.
So yeah, according to my country, that's my goal. But you need to learn almost 10 years in total to
Uh-huh.
become a
Yeah.
like licensed doctor, so to say. So I did six. I have 4 years to go. And since I changed my location of country where I live right now because of the experience, like I already mentioned, it takes a bit longer here because system is different. But
Yeah.
I'm on my way. I'm more than half already. I have left behind in
Yeah.
in reaching the doctor license. So yeah, that's the way to go.
Awesome. So, how does a gentleman like you, a guy that is studying medicine and being in touch in the world of arm wrestling, ending up
Hmm.
meeting like in Jersey and ending up putting his grain of rice or his grain of sand, better said, into the organization and becoming part of the organization? How it happened?
Awesome question. I would like to talk a lot about that, but I will try to keep it also in short because I'm
Feel
sure you have other questions too.
feel free.
Uh,
Feel free.
yeah. So it started actually me myself involving in arm wrestling was when I did my own YouTube channel back in like 2018, 19,
Mhm.
the end of 18, beginning 19, when I started to follow Levan, like so to say. Back then, Levan's name was coming along into the number one, so to say, type of like top guys list. He was obviously not number one back then, but as a Georgian, I was proud of him and started to follow arm wrestling because of him and so follow arm wrestling deeper because of him. And then I decided to also create some videos about arm wrestling, some motivational videos and stuff like that. Unfortunately, YouTube policy is not like completely supportive to the type of content that I used to do, which I totally get it because it was not my content. I was just doing some editing, motivational audios on it and stuff like this, which back then I thought was okay, but like at some point then policy changed and stuff like this, so unfortunately my channel got taken down. But still, before that happened, during this time period of me having my own YouTube channel, which was like maybe 1 or 2 years long, I end up knowing our guy Pradeep, Arm Wrestling News, and we became a good friends, like online friends, so to say. Obviously,
Yeah.
we don't know each other in person, not yet. We have not met. Me and you, we have met, but me and Pradeep, not yet. And um, so I helped him. I remember I helped him to translate for Revas, right? And when I helped him for translate for Revas, back then Revas had a match, upcoming match versus Michael Todd.
Yes.
So I helped him to translate. Then he ended up suggesting my name to Engin. Then Engin started to also do interviews. And then Engin reached out to me, and I said, "Yeah, for sure. I would love. It would be my honor." That's what I told him. And then I got in touch with Engin and started to translate for Engin as well. And slowly, more and more people, I guess, got aware of my existence in this sport. Not as an arm wrestler, but as an kind of a translator guy who tries to be a connection between Georgians and the rest of the non-Georgian speaking world. And I took my first initiative. Now I'm going to the subject of me actually becoming East versus West member. So I did my own steps. I did my own investment. And first time I went to the East versus West, I believe it was East versus West 4. I know it was East versus West 4. It was in August 6th, several years ago. And then, since then, Engin liked the way I translated, the way I act myself during the event. And slowly, I got myself even more and more busy there. And busier I got, more well known I got, but also more responsibilities. Then I realized I would rather also stay behind the scenes and do some things that would make sense, but not necessarily showing off myself. So here I am. Yeah.
So how many languages do you speak, Roman?
I speak Georgian, obviously my native tongue. I also speak English, and my third language right now is German because of my career, and I live in Germany, so I speak German better. Then my fourth language is Russian. I learned Russian in Georgia in school, and when I was done with when I was done with school, I was done with Russian practically. So my Russian knowledge stayed exactly where my level was after my school. So that's why I say it's my fourth language. Now I definitely speak better German than Russian, but yeah. I'm trying to. Oh yeah, and also with Leonidas, I spoke with German, but fortunately he can speak good English as well. So
Naturally.
if anything necessary from German side as well, I can also try to be a bridge there too.
Malodies, drug. Malodies.
Молодец. Yeah, that's Russian means well done. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
well,
you.
okay, I'm gonna have a try. Ты знаешь, что я могу говорить немножко,
По-русски?
по-русски немножко, да. Потому что я изучаю самостоятельно, но
А,
я не смогу говорить правильно. Я не могу.
um,
I'm learning, taking my time.
yeah, that was good. That was good Russian. You spoke like I understood everything. I'm not quite far away from what you just said. I'm also right, same level because I understand way better than I speak. I think most of the people are like that when it comes to the foreign languages. They understand better than they actually speak.
Yeah,
So, me considering how well you are speaking now, I can tell that you know good Russian. And like you said, you are self-taught, right? You told me that
самостоятельно, да.
yeah, you are self-learner. So that's awesome. Props to you.
Большое спасибо. Thank you, my friend. I don't how to say thank you in Georgian.
Madlob,
Atlob.
madlob. Yeah, this is one word.
Okay.
Madlob.
Great, great.
Ah,
But yeah, it's a very, very powerful world, the term of languages. And of course, the motivation comes along when you realize how important it is to be able to, maybe not in a proficiency level, but at least to be able to communicate with the guys. Because, for example, to me, I mean, being able to communicate with guys like Alexei Voivoda, Denis Ipenklov,
uh-huh.
so on and so on, just be able just to have a little bit, or even with Saur. Saur was very surprised when I met him in the East Western. I was
Ah, yeah, Zaur, Pazuel. Yeah.
Tower, yeah, sorry. It was last year when I met him and having breakfast and so on, and I introduced myself and we were chatting a little bit, and he was impressed, like, okay, well, like, and myself as well, like, okay, yeah, Anyway, let's just stop talking about me. We're not talking about me.
Oh, yeah, I would like to hear more about you as well. Yeah, but
But
we can always have more time when we meet each other in person as well. So
Oh yeah, but
this
at the
limited time that we have here right now, we can dedicate to whatever you want. Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
no,
joking.
no, absolutely, my friend. But in the end, listen, in the end, this is a conversation, all right? I mean, I don't like just shooting questions, even if, despite of having a paper here with things, it's fine. But dude, this is a conversation, so if you ever want to ask me something, we can flow like a river. That's not a problem at all, buddy. Not a problem at all. So feel free. But you
Awesome.
touch a very interesting topic when we met for the first time. That was last year in the East West 10 when I had my baptism of fire as well, doing some translation, and I did help out a little bit, Rosa Costa with the corner and so on and so on. And I remember that you treated me. I mean, to be honest, I saw you on the internet and doing the interviews and so on, and I thought you were just like a normal guy. I mean, you're a normal guy, but I thought that you would be perhaps a little bit like arrogant or a cocky. And just when we met each other, no, I mean you were super cool, super nice, even though you were kind of tapping my back when I was in the doing like we say in Spanish, el marrón, like the issue, the problem of being there translating for Rosa and everything. You were like, "You're doing great, man. Chill out." Like
I remember that moment. Yeah, I remember.
you were very supportive. So touching this topic, we have seen a tons of actually 15 East versus West already. And we have seen obviously an increase and a development in terms of evolution. I mean, matches, improvement in the quality of everything. People is still complaining about things of the retransmission and everything, but it's clearly we can see that everything is improving. So here is a bit difficult question, but could you please share with us any of the secrets? I mean, I've been hearing rumors that aside from the United States, that perhaps the East versus West is going to be held in any other countries, aside from Turkey and the East versus West.
Yes, yes, I can tell you that it's I'm allowed to say that. Yes, and obviously fans are also it's been a long time since I saw first messages of in chat when Engin was live, for example, or when Engin was live with some Neil Pickup or some other channels. People were asking or requesting to make East versus West held also somewhere else, not only in Turkey. And Engin has been always supportive to that idea, and me as well. And but the thing is, we have to manage it, right? One thing is that we want it, audience wants it, and the other thing is that we manage to actually execute it. So that's one of the main reasons why Robert Baxter, which I'm sure you already know, and most of
Yes.
your audience, I believe so, he is one of the main reason, so to say, why can we manage East versus West in USA, so other than Turkey. And we can also try to do the same with different countries. I cannot say specifically which countries, but we are certainly working on some places, and I'm excited to tell you guys that it's coming. It's coming. It's not gonna be only in Turkey, and it's not gonna be also only in USA. But we are trying to make it worldwide as much as possible, and that's how we go mainstream and reach the highest levels. When I say we, I don't mean arm wrestling, East West arm wrestling. I mean arm wrestling itself,
Mm.
right? I mean you. I mean myself. I mean your audience. We reach the mainstream, and that's our main goal.
Central Europe, perhaps?
Central Europe?
Yeah.
Yes. It's very possible. Yeah, it's very possible. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I cannot say specific
I
countries
know,
yet because
I understand. I
there's one thing
understand.
what I know, but the other thing is that what is confirmed and not confirmed yet. So yeah.
We don't want you to get into trouble, Roman. Don't worry.
Thank you.
But
Thank you for
okay, buddy. So let's get back a little bit and focus on that. So you are the promotions and creative director. You are in every, or well, never in most of the interviews translating there. But what else do you do exactly behind the cameras? Let's just say that we are in the event right now, the weekend. What else do you do? I mean, what exactly are you doing aside from what we see on the camera, translating and so on?
Ah,
Just,
sure.
just, yeah.
Yep, thanks for asking. My main work is, as the website shows, which you just shared at the beginning of the show. My main goal, my main purpose is to promote, and promotion goes well before the event itself. So, like right now, last event is done, and next event is approaching. So we are slowly starting to promote next event already. But also, it's not secret that King of the Table and East vs West are together trying to take arm wrestling into the highest levels because. If we divide, that goes strictly against to Engin's policy and against to many people's policy that like if we divide, then what's the point, right? So
Yeah,
that's why we are trying to all together work. And the thing is, the way I do the promotion is that I don't want to promote only East versus West when it's like KOTT is approaching, right?
yeah.
And obviously, final call is on Engin, but my mission is to promote during the non-active months. Like right now, the one event is already done, so I do promotion videos, which is then published on East vs West platforms: Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. So that's my major how can I say major mission, so to say, major thing that I do as a promoter director. So once the event approaches, then you see me during the live stream, during the interview, sometimes when I translate, and also coordination I do sometimes if it's needed while I'm already there. And yeah, basically that's my point. That's my so to say in German. In my mind comes German word Tätigkeit. It means like
Roll.
my role, so to say, like what type of necessary role, like mission should I do? Like what type of necessary jobs that I do? Yeah.
Mm. Because I remember watching you in some of the events, and you were also like playing with cameras or doing something, not recording, but like being there with the wires and everything. So I wasn't very sure, but
You mean this last time you saw? Because
uh,
last time I did something also different. Maybe you mean
on
this time?
and well, the times I've been there was the episode was 10 and 12. So both of the times that I saw you. I mean, not only just recording, but like doing something else with some of the guys that were setting up cameras or
Yeah,
something.
that's yeah, good catch. That's the coordination that I meant because I need to make sure we all need to make sure staff members that yeah, the pay-per-view event that goes live and the audience that watches pay-per-view, they need to have the flawless experience, right? That's our optimal goal. So if I know that there's some type of new issues or some things that needs to be taken care of with wires, without wires, with people, without other people involvement. I'm just trying to get to the right people who are responsible of that type of job, and then they are fixing it. So it's like I'm constantly trying to stay active, and so do other staff members as well. Yep.
Thank you for the answer, Roman. That was great.
You're
That gave us a little bit of more insight. So aside from a little bit of the organization itself, let's talk a little bit about your background in sport. People is curious. Me, the first one. So, do you? I mean, how did you get to? Well, you mentioned. I think you mentioned before that you started watching videos about Levan and everything. But how did you? Whoop.
sorry. It was, I think my video was.
Totally fine. So, I mean, you were mentioning before that you had a time watching videos of Levan. There we go.
Oh,
That's it,
sorry,
guys.
brother.
Now,
I will fix it. I will fix it right now.
not a
Um,
problem. Not a problem.
but that's why it's great that we have the recording so that you can
Yeah, guys, I'm going to tell you a couple of anecdotes and jokes while we're waiting for Roman. Um, So it was a very nice weekend. The one I had last week. I compete in the nationals and the UK and Ireland nationals, and I got completely smashed, and that's why I got a medal silver and
Hey,
not a gold. Ah. But anyway, now seriously, great competition.
sorry about that, brother.
Don't have to apologize, man. Things that happens. Okay, that's totally fine. It makes it more flow. So don't worry. But
Natural,
so
like we said, right? Keep it 100.
exactly. Not gonna edit anything. Just putting myself more muscles, and that's it. So, how did you actually get into the world of arm wrestling in terms of training, table sessions, and everything? Tell me a bit about that origins. I mean, if you have any, because I don't know really if you have ever trained to table sessions or anything. So please be my
Yeah,
guest.
thank you for asking. Um, to be honest, that's not the way I got in the arm wrestling. I did not train myself. I'm training now because of the interest that I have, and since Engin also we all edit the 70 class, featherweight class in arm wrestling. This is my class, 70, 75. But now it's like more likely that if I ever compete, most likely I will be at 70 because I don't want any Jews from Makarov. I already had shook him, and once we were together also in we when we stayed at hotel, arm wrestlers are staying together. It's no secret, right? So sometimes I'm with Georgians, sometimes I'm with Makarov and Russian guys. Sometimes I'm completely alone. Sometimes I'm with my girlfriend, right? And that time I was like, my hand is like average hand size, and Makarov's hand size is like overwhelmingly. It's quite unnaturally shaped. We saw
Yeah.
he when we saw the video, right? And so I had shook his hand because I was like, if I ever decide to compete in arm wrestling myself as an athlete, that's the guy I need to beat, right? I was like, because he was 75, and I
Yeah.
was like, damn, this is so uncomfortable. But anybody who shakes my hand, I feel very uncomfortable because I have normal size, and those guys, I'm sure you already know, like
We are
when you
there,
when
buddy.
you like
I'm actually looking right now in your Instagram because I believe I saw that one, the one you mentioned on your Instagram. Do you have it on your Instagram or it was in YouTube?
the video, you mean
The
Arthur's
one with
video?
the one that you have in the hand with Morozov, Morozov with Makarov.
Unfortunately, that I had in my channel that got taken down. So many good
Ah,
content I had on my
what a
channel.
pity. But anyway, just because I was having a look into Roman's Instagram, guys. This is his account. So if you haven't subscribed to it and follow, please, guys, do so. Okay.
Thank
There
you.
you have, and King Opana right there. I love Gennady. Mwah. Anyway,
uh, so yeah, I just I don't know if you guys heard it. I ordered food and it's got delivered, and I will just quickly go back and go and come back. No
not a
problem.
problem,
Okay.
buddy. Not a problem. Okay, guys. So leave me down in the comments whoever is watching this. What do you think the guy has ordered? We have three options, and maybe I'm gonna do a poll: sushi, pizza, or a burger. That's my three options. So let me know, guys, what are you thinking he's having? If I have to choose, Roman looks more like a pizza guy, more than sushi. Yeah, I think he's more like a pizza guy. Proper Italian, my friend, super powerful. But anyway, we shall see. Roman, I don't know. No, he's not listening to this, but I should have gave him my address so he could invite me as well for a delivery. Because now that we're talking about pizza and after my competition, guys, I told you that I am starving. Well, not really. I've been eating loads in this week. So yeah, guys.
I'm back. Yeah.
Good.
That was unexpected. Like they came 15 minutes before.
Good. So
I ordered them to come like exactly when we were about to finish, and they come like 50 minutes before.
excellent because I was just telling the guys who watching this to leave in the comment section like what kind of food have you ordered, and I say three options. Like I was thinking sushi, pizza, or a burger, and you look more like a kind of pizza guy. What have you ordered?
I love pizza, but not this time. This is some specific. Pakistani food, which I constantly forget the name. I order it very often because I love it. It's a sheep meat with some in some soup. It's
Yep.
like done with. It's not like dry, but it's some with soup. It's very spicy, and it comes with two options, either with rice or with bread. This time I ordered with rice, and yeah, that's so. It's neither of your options, unfortunately. But I really love pizza. I'm a pizza guy too. Yeah, you got
Guys,
it.
I couldn't be more wrong. I am absolutely a mouth open. I talk too much. Anyway, buddy, enjoy your meal.
So, I will enjoy when we are done enjoying our own show. So yeah,
Absolutely. Next,
thank you very much.
absolutely fine. Next time I'll pass you my address so you can order some food as for me as well, dude. That would be great. But anyway,
Yeah, sure, sure.
um, yeah, you were mentioning about that if you ever compete, you will be going under 70 kilograms and everything, and that your background, how they started, was not, let's say, um, the normal way of us because well people would expect and even a guy like me like yeah you first get into the world of arm wrestling just by training by pulling and everything and then you met Engin and anything no you wait and the way you get into it, it was slightly different so that's totally fine. It's nice story brother, very nice story.
Mhm.
So talking about the stories,
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I love collecting stories, so here we are. First question if you don't mind, tell me the the time that you were the most nervous at one of the events in terms of organization? This question is a little
Wow,
bit
what an
out of the
interesting question,
normal
man.
because normally you go
No,
spice
that's a good
like I'm
question,
gonna
really.
throw this one. Tell me something about it. For example, the time that you had the most that you felt the most pressure.
Several moments come in my mind right now. I don't know how objective can I be or how subjective can I be at this moment, but like I will just say what comes in my mind. I guess you mean like overall when I'm nervous, not only for myself, but like for instance, for when I'm obviously I'm Georgian, I'm supporting Georgians. Yeah, so I was very nervous when I saw two times, both times for Samushia. That's the first things that come in my mind right now. Um, him versus Makarov, but first match, not this recent rematch, but the first match. That was like I thought that he has his toughest opponent, which back then was Makarov, his toughest opponent, in my opinion. And I was very nervous when I saw um, mm, Samushia in this awkward like arm breaking position, like wrist is
Oof.
taken, he's like side pressure trying to finish, he can't finish, but he's still pushing, and I was like, God, please don't break his arm. I was like so nervous. I was extremely nervous. And the same way I was nervous about him when he pulled the next event against Nurdal Dardarkhan. I was also because he did almost the same, and I was like, how is his arm is not breaking? But I was like very thankful to God and thankful to everyone that his arm was intact. That's what came in my mind first. But I was also very nervous when I was doing my first live. Personally, because I felt responsible of like this is something new that I suggested to Engin. Engin said that okay, let's do it, and I was like, okay, what if it doesn't work? Then I kind of it's kind of failure, you know. So if it doesn't work, then it's my fault. So I was pretty nervous also back then. Yeah, and this is most two most important factors that came in my mind to answer your question.
Hmm. Before making you the obvious question, which will be what is your favorite super match that you have seen so far? Before that, well, no, come on, carry on. Makes no sense telling you this, but no, let me answer me this. No, no, no. Give me that one, please.
There are so many good matches that I really have in my favorite list bucket. Like, um, well, where can I start from? I really loved Devon versus Levan. First round, I really loved it because oh yeah, that's third moment when I was very nervous. I was nervous. I knew Levan would win, but the reason why I was nervous is like I did not expect Devon to be that close in first round. And then the way the rest rounds went, then I was like, okay, but still the match was really one of my favorites. And not only because of what actually was happening during the match, but also how much excited I was to see the match. That's why it plays a huge role for me to be one of my favorite matches. Like for me, if I see you versus some other arm wrestler and I'm really excited and I love the match and it was tight match and somehow you won with like strategy and stuff,
Yeah.
that's very good, exciting. But also for me, to call the match one of my favorites, the factor that plays huge role is the excitement that has been building up towards this match. So how excited I was to watch that match. Why is that match so favorite to me, right? And likewise, it could be some matches that will go completely let down, like completely disappointment in matters of I was so excited to see the match and it was totally one-sided, for instance, right?
Yeah.
So that's a huge factor that plays role of me calling the match my favorite. So yeah, Devon versus Levan was really one of my favorite matches. Also Sasho versus Samushia, like to watch how they are playing the role and to see
Yes.
that Sasho, who is predominantly a hook master and like inside puller, trying to escape from inside and go outside. Yeah, that was also awesome to see how he manages to pin Samushia that on angle and what can Samushia do against it. So many matches. There are so many other matches. Like recent event, I love almost every matches, but like uh, I really need to. I think even if I ask you or anybody else, I think that people really need to take time and write down so that they will memorize. It cannot be answered spontaneously. Ah, this is my first, this is my second, this is my fourth, this is my fifth favorite event. I think you really need to take your time, which I have never done. This is my actually first time I'm really like telling audience one of my all-time favorite matches. And obviously, with only like 5 minutes of talk, we neither of us can fully go into our mind. Maybe I have something that doesn't come in my mind, but like after 10 minutes, oh yeah, I should have said that one too. That was also a great match, you know.
We could
But
say,
yeah,
and
was
even
question is very awesome and interesting.
so we could say that even though it could sound like an stereotype, you say like your favorite top one, maybe top two, or well, your favorite will be that one, the first round between Devon and Levan. And yeah,
Man, the audience, like,
I
wow, the
know.
entire building was crashing down. Like people were screaming that first round when Devon stopped
Listen,
him.
listen, listen, Roman, let's do something. I know, okay, this is very obvious, but and as long as I comply with Engin's rules, I have his permission, and I obviously something I read every time I have the idea to share something. As long as I comply with the rules, I'm okay to show you this. But let's just react if you're happy to the very first moment of that very famous round. I might just silence it to avoid what is called the echo. But yeah, there we go, buddy. There we go. I think you can see. Just let me know otherwise.
I see it perfectly. Yeah.
Do you remember this, buddy, when it was in the setup and everything? I remember the difference between the setup with Dennis and with Levan. The difference that
Yes.
when Devon was doing everything with the hands and here was straight on, and we all lost the marbles there. Absolutely, I mean, Henry. I was laughing on the shoulder of of Etsum.
And they are so
Every time,
long in the position.
dude.
And look Devon right now, like Devon's like if you take this axis, like
Yes,
Z axis, he's not like this. He's like this. He's attacking Levan like this way. Even though arm is in center from the other perspective, in like Levan to Devon perspective, arm is like this. I love it, man. Every time I see it. And he did everything perfectly there. But the problem was Levan is too strong, so no matter how much endurance you have, your gas tank just flows out because you use almost everything that you have. And Devon did. Devon did everything to climb that mountain, and he was very top right there. He was very top, toe to
there
toe,
was.
and Devon had to just sacrifice the wrist because Levan told me himself. I think Levan also maybe have some mentioned somewhere else in other in interviews. I'm sure he was asked at least once or twice, but he personally told me he could have won maybe differently, but he was kind of unsure and he didn't want to risk of doing some other experiments because this
Yeah.
was his plan B, which he did, and then he
Yes.
pinned that one. That was plan B, and he told me that he went with this plan B because he did not want to experiment and just in sake of never cracking his wrist back. Like imagine if I was Levan and I say nobody will pin me, nobody will crack my wrist, and if they won't stop me in center, I will do my best to not crack my wrist and I will do some experiments. And then he was like, I don't know, maybe he would Devon would pin me. That's what he told me. So he just said, okay, plan B. This is what I need to do to pin, and then he did it. So there were some concerns in Levon's mind in first round, which I was kind of surprised, but still, when I think about it now, like after months, I think there's nothing surprising there because Devon was that strong, and Levon should have been concerned of not experimenting against him. Just do what you need to do to win.
I know, guys, that we have mentioned this in several other chapters or episodes, and probably you have heard this all over the internet. I am not scrubbing in anyone's face, but the atmosphere of that night, that it was absolutely crazy, and the way we reacted, I remember the first round when Devon stopped in the center 11, the general expression of people, the like surprise, and then everybody going nuts, absolutely nuts. It was amazing, amazing. Henry doing that. Skyler, he's not on the camera, but Skyler Brooks is like on left hand side to me as well. Crazy. Me laughing as hell, laughing on the shoulder of Elsum, because that's like, no way, it's not gonna happen. Because when you are there, you spend the days plotting and talking to like, what is gonna happen. I think it's such and such and such as, no way that one is gonna stop in the center, la la la. And when everything goes down, you see the reaction of the people and everything. Dude, it was amazing. It was amazing. But anyway,
Was absolutely like adrenaline was rushing. I was doing this behind the scene live stream. So I'm like, let's say stage is behind,
yeah.
right? So I'm recording the audience, but I'm like watching like this and my, I don't know what I was recording there, but my head was fixed that first round. I was like,
And I have to tell you this, guys. While it was a bullseye from the organization side, it's not allowing not even a single drop of alcohol, because for the people that were in the crowd, because otherwise, oh, oh
yeah, yeah, yeah. That
my
would
God.
be that would be messy there, to say the
Okay,
yeah.
Roman, buddy, you have met tons of athletes already. I mean, you most likely, well, yeah, we could say almost everyone. You have met almost everyone in many, many guys. I mean, like Travis been there. You met him. I mean, because I would suppose that you are in every single event. I mean, you have met probably
Racing
already.
Racers with 40, four every event, but unfortunately, I cannot go to USA yet. Maybe next one, which is in February, which will be in USA, maybe I will go there. But it's about my vacation planning, my
Yeah.
visa for USA and stuff like this. I hope I will go, but not sure. That's why I missed the North American edition, which was in August.
Orlando. Yeah.
That one I missed, but other than that, in East West, in Istanbul, I was everywhere, yeah, every time, and many people, many familiar faces. Like Samusha keeps coming every day, every time. Many familiar faces, but also new ones. Like for instance, this time we had Azat and Daniil there, like completely new guys, and so many others, females as well, Irina, Glatka, and everybody. Yeah, I'm very honored to see in person so many great athletes that have accomplished so much, and they have yet also to accomplish everything with us, or even if we are not around, then they do whatever they need to do in arm wrestling to make arm wrestling better and reach the skies. So yeah, I'm really honored to be there. Yeah, every time I'm there.
I mean, many people, including me, would love to be in your shoes, buddy. Like you
Well,
are,
I will
you
take it
are.
as a compliment. I will take it as a compliment.
It
Yeah.
is a compliment. I mean, it's like being a kid, 24/7 in the Toys R Us. I mean, it's
Mhm.
like, well done. And this is our two questions, very easy, buddy, very very. So from related to this, from all the athletes that you have met, because probably you met everyone. I mean, all the big names, you are there. Uh, who is your favorite puller and the guy that you like the most?
You mean
Questions.
personality side and arm wrestling side? Two questions. Who
Yeah,
is
like
my
your
favorite
favorite,
wrestler and who
exactly.
is also
Yeah,
yeah.
my apologies. So yeah, your favorite puller, okay, and then leaving the arm wrestling side to one side, just the guy you like the most.
Oh. I don't. I hope you don't. You and your audience will not think that I'm biased. Let's. I will say first because this is easier to say by personality.
Hmm?
I really love personality of the person who is stoic and who is like demeanor, conceited, and calm without any type of unnecessary talks or unnecessary actions.
Perché
Oniani is the guy. Yeah. Oniani is the guy. I think everybody should be like him when it comes to respecting your opponent and also performing during the how to say hype up, building the hype. I mean, necessarily we have also obviously other guys who, for instance, Gennady. Gennady is good with building up hype. Devon, no comments on that one. He's the best when it comes to hype building, but. Like Oniani's personality is like I think everybody just respects him when they look at him, even if nobody knows that he's arm wrestler. The guy that he portrays himself respectfully to everybody else. This is what I really like to do with other arm wrestlers or other companions as well for me. So if I'm as respectful and as so to say appreciative to the all the support that I get from my fans, let's say if I was Betgilioni in his shoes, that's the personality I really appreciate much. And I only have seen him at East West two times. Last time was this one, and before that one was against Dino. I
Mhm.
have not seen him at East West 2 versus Oleg Zhok at 85 kg. I was not there yet.
Yeah.
So that's like when it comes to answering your second question. First question is an arm wrestler. This is a bit more complicated. Like it's not that really not that easy to answer. Um, I really like, since I already mentioned Devon and Gennady, the versatility of them. I really love. I love how much they can switch up during the plans, during the match itself. So when it comes down to me naming my favorite arm wrestler, it should be definitely about arm wrestling capabilities, right? So no surprise in that. I would go with someone who is not only one way puller. I appreciate the guys very much who can do something, one thing, but the best in the world. We have many guys like that who do one thing, but the best in the world. But if you ask me who is favorite arm wrestler, I would go to the guy who has more versatility and also who can adapt to the any circumstances given from opponent during the match, which is Devon Larratt. And Levan lately showed many signs that he can also go to the waters if he's pushed. And we not long time ago, a couple minutes ago, we already discussed his match versus Devon. He was pushed in the deep waters to change up things and adjust. And yeah, this is also so. I would say Devon and Levan are tied. Obviously, I cannot say I cannot rule out the John Brzenk. John Brzenk is when it comes to the best arm wrestler, I would say he is the best arm wrestler because you cannot lie to him during the arm wrestling. You cannot trick. That's what I meant. Not lie, but trick.
Yeah.
Devon is good trickster, right? Devon will trick you to gain all the advantages without you even noticing, most likely. But you cannot trick John. John knows what you are doing. Maybe he cannot do anything because you are too strong or something, but when it comes to execution and arm wrestling, I really also love John. So I would say Levan, Devon, and John as like all three are number one for me, my favorite arm wrestlers. And personality, I like I said, Oniani is the guy who should be behaving any arm wrestler like him when it comes to the sportsmanship. Yep.
Thank you for that. Let me tell you something about the Kili, right? From my perspective.
Sure.
and I believe that many people as well. He is like the living representation of a Greek statue. It's like he has almost no expression at all. He's so serious, he's so focused, like no, not just goes, does the job. Thank you, but and that's it, and that's it. And I know that Betkele has been training in Spain. I'm not sure if he's still there, but he was training in Spain for some time. And I know some of the guys, actually, one of my best friends has been training with him. And once we were talking about this, like the difference in the character and the culture between a Spaniard and someone from Georgia in this case, but Kili, that he's very serious. He told me, dude, we were in a training session pulling with him like 3 hours and a half, and I don't even know if he has teeth because he didn't smile at all in the whole moment. I mean, not disrespecting, it's like how serious he is, and it's like just uh, just get into the shoes of these guys, like you know that this guy is world class and above, right? He's a famous guy, East versus West, so it's intimidating. Plus, having his stoic expression is even more intimidating, and he's a little bit intimidating. So that's one of the anecdotes I keep the most. Like, with Oniani, yeah, 3 hours and a half pulling with him. I don't even know if he has teeth. No smile, almost no word, nothing.
Absolutely. Yeah. And outside of arm wrestling, like outside of arm wrestling action itself, is just as appreciative and respectful as during arm wrestling match itself. Like you said, pulling just typical training or having the dinner with him or having the match against him. He's all the time respectful. He's doing the job like you said, and I wish if I was like if I were to have my first ever professional match in arm wrestling at a big stage like East versus West, right? And how would, if I was asked, how would I behave myself? I don't know, but I think, because I don't know because it obviously depends my opponent and circumstances. Plus, I will be nervous because it's my first match, right? But
Yep.
I assume the highest probability of me behaving myself would be somewhere like respectful and like calm and as much demeanored as Betkil is somewhere towards to that, and who would have the other side of it, like more active, like constantly nonstop trash talking, like I would say yeah, like Devon Larratt, for instance, or
Travis,
if
Devon, like that style, like
or
very.
Travis also, and yeah, exactly. I think I would be more as a less trash
Yeah.
talkative and more like Onianis, because, like I said, when you asked me, that's the personality I like the most. So I think naturally I would be just calm and conceited, even though I think trash talk is must do. Like trash talk is the must do thing to make arm wrestling better and reach more audience, like excitement, building excitement. But people, even though Betkili is not trash talking, me and you, we are huge fan of him. I can tell, judging by what you told me about him. People still love him. People still respect him, and I think we need to have both type
I
of
am,
actors in sport.
I am,
Beautiful. It brings the beautiful beauty to the sport.
I almost dirt my underwear because once he gave me a because once he the kid gave me a look that I was like, oh shit, you know. It was pulling the last, was it 12 or 10, I don't remember, but I was there screaming like like a drunkard, like like a crazy fan, like everybody, come on, let's get it on, screaming. And he has literally, when he bent down to grab the chalk, put it in his hand, and he looked at me like super serious to me and Urchi. I was like, shit. That's that's the signal and the impression that you have from Betke, not on the camera and even in person, like so serious. It's like you don't disrespect a guy like that. I mean, not he doesn't deserve it because you say, yeah, he's. I never saw him saying any bullshit, but like he's serious as hell.
Yeah.
But anyway,
He's also intimidating. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It's intimidating. Absolutely, he intimidates me. I'm gonna tell you this. Maximum respect and intimidation from his side. But anyway, dude, two comments very quickly. First, The first one.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I want to pull you, my friend. I want to pull with you one day. Don't
What's your
get me wrong. I'm not saying. So
sorry?
in this
Sorry.
last, so long story, shorter story. I was 97 kilos, right, and now I'm pulling under 70. I lost weight, and in this
Oh,
national,
so it's a huge drop. It's even bigger drop than
nine-
Devon did.
97 kilograms. Yeah, but I mean, dude, it wasn't in one day. It wasn't in one.
I know, but it's
It
still
was.
huge because I know people who are 70 and going up that weight. That's okay, but like people who are that weight and then losing the weight that much, it's I really would like to hear
So
what
yeah,
happened.
okay. Oh, it's fine. I'm honored. So my story is, um, I started in arm wrestling because I met one of my best friends, a guy I love the most, introduced me to another guy in Spain in the same place where I was from. Where I was from, no, where I am from. I mean, you don't stop being from where you were, you know. That he's actually a champion of arm wrestling. And I was training mainly powerlifting and gym stuff and powerlifting during back days. So I had a table session with him, just one, and I saw without not knowing nothing about arm wrestling that it was a curious sport. Like, okay, I saw technique. This is far more complicated than what you could expect, like pulling in the bar, you know, with or in the school. So
Mhm.
fine. Fast forward, years passed, 2 years or so. I got an injury in my back. And I had an MRI and everything for training powerlifting. Nothing happened. My spine was perfect, but I some nerves or something pinched. It was awful pain, and I spent like months going to physiotherapist. And I decided I was like, I have to do something else. While I was stopped, I become depressed because it was like, okay, I was of the idea. I don't remember if it was Magnus Carlsen or someone like this who said that life is worthless if you can't do deadlift. So that was my philosophy when I was doing powerlifting and so on. I loved it, like squats, deadlift, all of that, you know. Playing a little bit with strongman equipment as well. I was a skinny guy, but I was doing my things anyway. I got injured, I got depressed, and I got fat. It was a combination of many things, plus having certain personal circumstances that didn't help much. So I got fat and I say, okay, I need to do something with my life, dude. And you know, okay, I'm wrestling. Oh yeah. Then I found some guys in England, actually the first guys I ever in touch with, the Swindon Crusaders. Great
Oh, I think
guys.
I've seen them. I think I've seen them,
Yeah,
to be
this is
honest.
the team of Mindaugas Duskas.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
some other guys are training there, including someone famous. I'm not going to say name just for respect because I don't know. Well, he posted on Instagram though, but anyway. So I started to do my first table session with was in 2020 with the Swindon Crusaders, and then I started to do arm wrestling, and I say, okay, we got to do something about this because I was fat, I was out of shape, I was everything that. So I
Okay.
started to, yeah,
So quick question then, before you got injured, then when you were like performing body-wise well, like you were
yeah.
working out and stuff, what was your weight then before you got injured and now?
So
Basically.
I was 74, 73, 75 kilograms. I was training there,
Oh, okay.
doing my
Then you
things.
are definitely my class. Like I'm always fluctuating between 70 and 75. But when I'm 75, I'm like I don't feel I feel more fat. I don't feel
Yeah,
muscle too much. But when I'm 70, I'm 70 right now, 70, 71, because I've been constantly training into the gym and dropping the excessive fat weight.
yeah,
Yeah, so I see. Okay, that was I wanted to know. So you were actually 74-ish, 73, 74-ish
yeah.
when you got injured, then you
I
gain
was I
excessive
was
now
I was
you're
slightly more because I remember when I did my record, which is nothing, okay, but it was my record in the athlete, my personal record. It was 150 kilograms with 75, 76 kilograms, something like that, okay. And then
Ooh.
as I was playing as well, I moved a little bit closer to 80 kilos because I was playing as well with strongman equipment there in the gyms in the north of England, in Coventry, no, in Evesham, close to Birmingham. I think it was in Evesham. Yeah, it was in Evesham. And I put a bit of weight because I was always chubby, you know, but doing good. Then I got the injury and everything. So I got depressed and I put like 17 kilos in almost in a year doing nothing, plus living here in England. And I got bad alimentary habits and everything and many things behind. So I got fat and I started to train. And one of the first things I did, because I started to train with the Swindon Crusaders, I had 1 or 2 sessions and then I started to train with another guys here in Bristol. And I decided that I needed a coach. So I hired a
Good
coach,
choice.
Spanish guy, not that guy, other guy called Javier Ortiz or J Wolf on Instagram, and he gave me diet. He really showed me how complex was arm wrestling. He really showed me how the techniques and everything. And while I was start training with some guys here in Bristol and here and there, like traveling, lowing weight, tolerating a lot of rubbish as well. It's people are like, oh, you're weak. Oh, you're fat. Man, how could you get loose against Daniel? You know, like those comments of shit, like over and over and over. So going down on the weight, getting better performance on the table. And for example, now I am way more stronger than I was when I was 85 kilograms or even 97, obviously. So I've lost all this weight and I'm stronger than ever, sports-wise in arm wrestling. So now 68.9, I weighed in on the 1st of November, the competition, 68.9. And now I am 73 because I had a very nice week of cookies, this,
Mhm.
that. So,
So you follow the diet as well. I
yes,
don't.
sir. I'm
I
taking it
just
seriously.
eat
Yeah.
whatever I want to eat, which is obviously not the best way to approach when you want to be optimal in your shape. However, I would still also would like to pull you, and obviously you have much more experience than I do, but I'm constantly training equivalent methods, exercises. I'm also experimenting once in a couple months,
Yeah.
every like 2 times maybe in 2 months or something like this. Switching up exercises. Unfortunately, in Germany, it's not that much popular, this sport. And
Give
in
it
the
time.
gym, sorry?
Give it time. Give it
Ah,
time.
yeah, yeah. I know. We are going correct
I
direction.
mean,
Yes,
the Arm Havoc are doing great things. I follow very close as well the page of the
I'm also
Visors.
following on Instagram. Yeah, they're doing
Exactly.
awesome.
So and Leonidas and everything, I see that the sport is gonna kick it as well.
One day I
But
was scrolling
but
Instagram, and sometimes the ads pop up like on Instagram, right?
yes,
And the ad pops up, but I did not notice it was ad because it was arm wrestling content. It was saying this specific date there is this type of arm wrestling event, Leonidas Arcona, and he was like on the main type of posters type of thing. I was like, okay, it's an arm wrestling post, and then like the main difference between the ad and the regular picture on Instagram is that it has shop now or something like at
yeah,
below post. So I
yes,
was like, damn, so it's really advertisement. So it's like Levon himself started to advertise, like paid specific
yeah,
amount of money, obviously to advertise in locally in German. I'm sure I saw that advertisement because I'm living in Germany, so I got kind of in the this targeted audience, part of this audience that Leon targeted to promote his event. So I was so proud to see that arm wrestling typical just scrolling Instagram and I see advertisement that actually advertises arm wrestling. I was like, God damn, we are moving right direction. Yeah. So
uh,
like you said, I will
correct.
give it. Yeah.
co- co- my German is um Wuvonstigit? No, that's where are you going?
Bohinge towards means where are you going?
No, forget about it. My German is horrible. No, anyway, I was going to ask you where you live, but nah, forget about it. Anyway, um,
What wants to? I
Wuvons
think I heard
Wuvons do yeah
that's
Wuvons
where you live. Yeah,
yeah
that's where you live.
Wuvons do
Where do
yeah
you live?
yeah yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
anyway,
long story short, I would like to also arm wrestle you next time when we see each other. I think it will be maybe in
it's gonna be in Turkey next time I'm
yeah,
going.
it's gonna be in
100%.
Turkey, but I think Spring's event will be in Turkey, I think.
Perfect, perfect. Don't worry, man. We will keep in touch and we'll make that real. I mean, last time I've been training there with Anna and Tiberius. So definitely, man, we can just have a go, dude. I mean, no ego, no disrespect, just
Yeah,
Supermatch.
always.
I'm
We will just
curious.
feel like where we are standing, and
Yeah,
I
man.
really, I'm really lacking of arm wrestling practice, and let's make a good practice. Let's
100%.
do, yeah, let's enjoy our times. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Uh, yeah, and last question, just so we can wrap it up, buddy. So you are there in the side organization, you are in the backstage holding secrets, having premier information that nobody else has, and you don't want to even give it to me, not even if I give you some drop of Veritaserum, if you catch the Harry Potter reference. Anyway, good.
I
How
know that
how do you see
I have to stay quiet. Yeah, some occasions.
how do you see the future of the arm wrestling, and anything you could share about the East versus West? Come on, tell me some excitement news and content, buddy.
Well, I mean, when you tell me future, ask me about where do I see a future of arm wrestling? I don't want to look like sound biased, but I'm really proud of how East versus West arm wrestling is doing. Like from the perspective of arm wrestling fan, when I look at the competition, and if some random guy, oh, I think my camera got.
No, it's perfect. Well, you touch it and then it's gone.
No, it's like second time my camera's battery got off, but I have replacement. If you give me one,
100%. Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
there you go.
Not a drama worry. Not
I'm prepared. I'm prepared.
good. Good, 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 good that you are. So yeah, guys, quick question to all of those that are watching this right now while we're waiting for Roman. If you guys are training and competing as well, and you are normal guys, not top world class lead, like all these guys we're talking about, how long does take you to recover, guys? I mean, for example, you compete on Saturday and Sunday or Saturday or Sunday. How many days will you wait, guys, before you jump in the gym and you start to do some training again? Just let me know in the comments, please.
So, as I was saying, when you ask me about future of arm wrestling, what I think is I see future of arm wrestling where East versus West stands
Yeah,
in terms of the plans that I know that we have for the future, like to upgrade, so to say, the level of the event, as fans are supporting. Obviously, without fans, nothing is possible. Um, if you ask me, let's say some random guy from random activities who has no idea of pharmacy
yeah,
shows up and asks me, show me the best of arm wrestling. One of the event that I would show is East versus West event. I may sound biased because I'm part of it, but I think that the excitement that delivers for the viewers. I think that's the right approach to do. Like for instance, our last event was not like others. What I mean by that is that we had different auditorium this time. We had somewhat more like to what it was in North America's edition.
yeah,
It was like not the big hall. It was like big auditorium, but it was not like a hall, concert hall.
yeah,
Usually in Istanbul, we had it in concert hall, which is like more than thousand people are places are there, and it has been only two times full. Usually it's half full or something between. And this time it was packed, and I think this approach that we had last time is good for arm wrestlers themselves when they are there and hearing all this excitement going on in the auditorium. Arm wrestling fans themselves who are spectating and creating this excitement during this event is great for them too. And I see a future of the sport to be somewhere like that where we have hundreds, if not thousands, we have at least hundreds of people surrounding. Not like watching only from one side, but surrounding like it's at the UFC or boxing. Like we can do
yeah.
that. I'm sure definitely we can do it like in a couple of years at most. Um, and like when there's this stage and we have this audience, I'm sure fans are there. Amount of fans who are interested in arm wrestling are way more than enough. But we need to host and gather them and advertise and promote it enough so that people come there. So what I see for the future is that arm wrestling is at the center, and thousands and thousands of people are screaming in the big arena
Yeah.
and cheering the arm wrestlers. And on top we have like four angled cameras, like displays, monitors, like in for instance, like in basketball or WWE or boxing. I think they all have the same type of approach. You have surrounded people, and you have to show four angles the display and what happens at the stage, because they are too far away to see, right? They use the stadiums or something, right? So they need big screens. That's where I see arm wrestling, and not in the long of the future. But I hope that mm, fans will tolerate some mistakes as it happens, and as it is part of the success, so to say. So I don't know who said it. I cannot quote personally who said it, but I'm sure everybody knows failure is part of success. So when you fail, you should tolerate it. Like you should not like say, I'm done giving up. No, like you, when you fail, you should be happy that you failed, so that now you get the chance to learn and move on and get yourself better. So what I hope is, as arm wrestling is progressing, that fans are tolerating if there happens any type of mistake, and then as they support, the next time the same mistake won't happen, right? So I just would like to have fans understanding and be supportive as they are. I'm really proud of me also calling myself as a supporter of the sport. What you are doing right now that supports the sport, and athletes and organizers themselves as well.
Yeah, man. I mean, I totally get you. And yes, there are errors and people are still complaining. It happens with live streaming and everything. Yes, but things has improved a lot since the first edition, and they will continue improving. So all those little issues and everything, they are gone. They are going to be gone. So it's just a matter of time and getting more into business improvements whatsoever. Everything piano piano, no, chi va piano va se ne va lontano. I don't know why I say it in Italian and not in Spanish though, but anyway, I mean like step by step, everything will be done, okay? And yeah, I understand what you say exactly. I think it was a very good example of that mentality. It was oh my goodness, Michael Jordan. He was like, "How many points did you say?" And well, I don't know how many points I did, but I know I missed so many shots this year, so many and such and such and such. And he was the most successful, or one of the goats in basketball by far. So just to wrap up, buddy, because yeah, we've been more than expected talking, which is a great pleasure, buddy. Great pleasure, and I will
Mm.
love to bring you again. I absolutely
I would
love
love to.
you, Ben,
I would
to
love to.
to bring her and talk about, because we haven't even talked about the NASCAR and a couple of things all that. But dude, to me has been
Let's keep
perfect.
it for the
So
next part.
exactly
Yeah,
for,
part two is coming.
for the next time. So
Thank you, Daniel, for
that's
having me. Yeah, and thank you guys supporting Daniel and supporting us, arm wrestling itself. And yeah, I would love to come back here, and also I would love to improve myself so that improve arm wrestling.
we are all in that way, buddy. And before I call it out, I'm going to do two things. First of all, guys, if you're watching this, please subscribe to his YouTube channel. Oh, sorry, you don't have any YouTube channel. His Instagram account.
I have Instagram,
I
which
leave
yeah, I plan some activity there as well. Yeah,
I
thank you.
leave some information down in the comment section or in the description of the video. The links to his social networks. Sorry,
Media.
social media. Guaje, bien dicho. Social media, and also you can guess, guys, in a friendly match between Roman and I, who will be the winner. That will be very interesting. Engin,
Looking forward.
Engin, I'll pull for free anyway.
Yeah.
And now I'm just going
Thank
to
you.
close this, buddy, with a nice tradition I do with everyone. And I always say it exactly the same words. a tradition I started with the great Mindaugas Dulskas, and I'm going to do an honor lift for you. Okay, so just going to move this around.
Wow.
This is my small training
Never
place.
seen. All right.
Next time I should wear my Devon hoodie.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And actually, oh, normally I set it up for right hand, but today I've got these hands
Ooh,
set for
wow.
left. So
Me seeing you are using that fat gripper, that tells me that you are strong in wrist, man. That's so impressive.
not
I
enough.
may be in trouble. I may be in trouble.
I'm not enough. Ask Jamie Hill. That's the guy who beat me in the nationals. Jamie, if you're watching this, no harsh feelings, all right? Anyway, open up.
Opana.
Yeah,
Thank you,
that's not fun.
brother.
I've got very exciting. I've got very exciting tools and toys I received recently from my sponsor. Most likely, I will let you know, and perhaps I can give you a nice present, buddy. So anyway,
That would be my
guys,
honor and pleasure. Thank you.
again, thank you for spending your time with us, Roman. It's been a
It was my
pleasure.
pleasure, brother.
And definitely I'm going to bring you up with some plans and secret meetings. So we're gonna have fun, yes or yes. And thank to all of you guys that have been watching this. Please remember, subscribe to my channel, support me on the social media, support him as well. Keep in touch, and I'm going to steal the phrase of Coach Ray, love and wrestling.
Yeah. Take care,
Thank
bud.
you guys. Ciao, ciao.